When collecting is all you can think about, think Upper Deck ePack, where you can buy, open, and trade hockey cards and authentic memorabilia from anywhere at any time. Real cards, real trades. Collect Upper Deck.
Upper Deck Player Spotlight time here on the fourth period. Dennis, brought to you by our very good friends over at Upper Deck. A couple of players trending in different directions, and we'll start with the guy that trended his way towards the press box by a healthy scratch by his head coach in John Tortorella and Kevin Hayes. And what really do you make of that decision and the season that he's having for the Flyers?
This is an example of Torts trying to teach lessons to not just Kevin Hayes, to probably the younger players. Because when you sit out a $7 million a year player on a healthy scratch, and he wouldn't go into the details, he said it wasn't about turnovers, about playing, quote-unquote, the right way. Look, Torts is going to annihilate some veteran players, without question, right? And maybe Kevin Hayes is one of them. But when you're this bad, Harf, it doesn't matter. There's been talk about Kevin Hayes being bought out at the end of the season. You look at the numbers on the buyout, possibility. But at some point, Kevin Hayes is going to get back in the lineup, and it's incumbent upon him to shrug this off and use it as kind of a motivating factor to play better in the second half of the season.
What about a guy in your backyard who's having himself or had himself a pretty good season and now found himself being rewarded with a brand new contract in Trevor Moore?
It's a great story. And I know all the jokes about Trevor Moore being from Thousand Oaks, California. He's a local kid. You hear that every time he scores a goal. Nah, it's getting a little tiresome. I think it's getting tiresome for Trevor as well, because there's always that moniker in front of his name when he scores a goal. But a great story. Undrafted out of University of Denver. He was assigned to the Marlies when he was with the Leafs organization 11 times. Came in here, was a fourth-line player, got paired with Phil Deneau and Victor Arvidsson, has been fantastic. A 200-foot player, plays the game the right way, and it culminated in a $21 million 5-year contract. Now he's part of the core here in Los Angeles. Just a great story. Happy for Trevor Moore. He's a really good guy, always happy to talk to the media. So good things happen to good people sometimes, Irfaan, and certainly is the case with Trevor Moore.
DB, thank you very much for this. We're in the holiday spirit here in our Upper Deck Player Spotlight. Torts playing the role of the Grinch. Meanwhile, Rob Blake playing the role of Santa Claus, rewarding Trevor Moore with a new contract. Thank you so much for this, DB.